Um, this is going to be a deck profile of my current Mermail deck. Right now, this is on Dueling Network. All right, let's get right into it. All right. For me, I run only one of each of the Gen X Undying Gen X controller combo, and for me, that's because I, with my luck, I generally draw the like two Gen X controllers, and I don't get the chance really to use the effect if I run two or three of them. So I find it really redundant. So I decided to take them out and add just more just add other stuff that I felt was more important than having this combination. Um, then I have the dragoons, and then I run three heavy infantry. That's because with this deck I really like to go for Duloran, and the reason why is because what I can do with Duloran is sync him, then special summon him by uh, uh, discarding Lantern Dragoon, add two cards to my hand, um, and then using Lauren to bounce him back to my hand. And by doing that, I can reactivate his effect, add another Mermail back to my hand, um, and just do that. And it's pretty good combo that works really well. And that way I can get more stuff in my hand, so I can activate stuff like I'll have stuff in my hand like maybe that to use Abyss Megalo or something like that. And then I run two marksmen, three Deep Sea Diva. I love Diva. Diva is a good card in this deck. Like I said, one Undyne. I run a Gores. Um, yeah, basic. I run two Abyssdine. Uh, Mainly because I love the effect. Is when this card is added from your deck to your graveyard, uh, to from your deck to your graveyard to your hand by a card effect, you can special summon this card from your hand. You must control Mermail to activate and resolve this effect. When this card is special summoned by the effect of a Mermail monster, you can target one level 3 or lower Mermail monster in your graveyard. Special summon that target. You can only use one Abyssdine effect per turn. And only once per turn. Um, so I think that's really cool. I use that generally with Abyssius. Add it to my hand, special summon it, and then get all that good stuff. Um, I run one Abyss lead. Um, the reason why is I generally don't discard for it. I would use Mermail Abysslin for it. It's just for like another target because I don't run three Megalo. I only run two. That's a mixture because I wasn't able to get a hold of a third Megalo for my real life deck, and also because I kind of didn't like running three. And it's good. It's good. It's a 2700 beater. Um, it's really helpful. And then the two Megalos, pretty obvious. Megalo discard. Uh, discard to add Abyss Sphere to your hand. Yeah. Then I run three Abyssius. I run three again because of the Lauren. And then I run one Mullen Glacia. Mullen Glacia I like mainly because it's a good with my drawing. I generally draw it when I need it most of the time, and if I don't need it, then I can just ditch it to the grave with Megalo or any other card that I need. All right, so now for the spells. For the spells, I got Dark Hole, staple, Heavy Storm, staple, Mind Control, Monster Reborn, Pot of Avarice, and then I run two Salvage and two Surface. Um, some people tell me that Surface isn't. They don't like Surface in this deck. I think it's really good because if I'm hurting and am in trouble and I need to get I don't know something out quick like Zen Mains or something, and I have this in my hand or something, I can just summon this and then activate to add like Abysslin to the field, and then overlay for Zen Mains just for defense. or do it for offense. Get get them and then get Leviathan Dragon, or work on I don't know, just do whatever you want. And it helps me with a lot of combos that save my ass quite a few times. And then I run 2 Abyss Sphere. Abyss Sphere is pretty obvious. And then 1 Mirror Force. I only run 1 Solemn Warning. That's really because I didn't find that Solemn Warning, like, Solemn Warning is a good card, but like you kind of want to storm the field kind of quickly. And yeah, and plus, all the talk about this card maybe getting limited to 1, I wanted to get used to it anyways. And then I run Starlight Road, and then 2 Torrential Tributes. Torrential Tributes, good card in case, and then you can still use the effect of Abyssland, so it's always a good card. And for the side deck, I run 2 Prohibitions, 2 different Dimension Grounds. This card is good, mainly because it doesn't really mess up you, because your deck is the Mermail deck is really important on the grave, because you got discard for effects and stuff like that. But this, you can activate this, and it only applies during your opponent's turn. So as long as you don't have like Abyssland face down or something like that, then you should be fine. And that way, if you're playing against a Dark World deck, or you're playing against, I don't know, any deck that's reliable on the graveyard, can activate this and it'll shut them down at least for that turn. Next is Goes in Match. I love I like Goes in Match because you can only have 1 attribute. It's good against like dragons and other kinds of stuff. And then next thing I run is Light Imprisoning Mirror. The reason why I have Light Imprisoning Mirror is mainly because excuse me, is just because at my store people run a lot of light decks, so that's just what I do personally, and it's good. It's good if you run into fairies or light swarms or photon or whatever. Then I run 2 Royal Decrees. Royal Decree, pretty obvious reasons. Somebody's running a really heavy trap deck. Royal Decree. And then Shadow Imprisoning. I put these in there for all the lovely dark decks like Dark World. I hate Dark World so much. So I have to side stuff against Dark Worlds. And then next I run Soul Drain, which is pretty good. In real life, I don't have those at the moment. So what I am running in their place is Rivalry of Warlords. Here, I'll show you guys on here. Just right here, Rivalry of Warlords. Each player can control 1 type of monster and send all their face-up monsters they control to the graveyard. What I really love is when you're able to get this out and this out, because that means I can only control 1 attribute and 1 type of monster. And when you're facing a lot of decks now, that can really screw over a deck. I did that during one of my tournaments, and the guy couldn't do anything because he couldn't summon anything. And then 2 MST. I don't run any MST in the main deck. That's because, again, you want to swarm the field fast. But if you and I have them because you know that most people are going to go Dimensional Fissure and Macrocosmo against this deck after a first round going into side decks. So once you do that, after a first round, I always side these in. Generally for these 2, because like I said, I really don't use these hardly at all. It's just my personal. I mean, you guys might think otherwise. That's good for you. But I don't use them personally. Then for the extra deck, I run Catastor. Pretty obvious reasons. Catastor is amazing. Then I run Armory Arm. I run 2 Lauren, like I said, for the combo. Then Gungor. Gunnager is a pretty good card. I used to run 2 of him, but now I decided to switch it out for Lorn. And then Stardust Dragon for the Starlight. Abyss Dweller, pretty obvious. And then Bahamut Shark. Bahamut Shark I really don't get out that much because for the most part the only ones you can get out with are these two. So it doesn't really come out that much, but it is helpful in cases where you do need it to come out. And then Gachi Gachi. That's good. It's also a good defense. So, say you're in a tight spot and you draw Deep Sea Diva, use Deep Sea Diva, get Heavy Infantry overlay for Gachi. And then Abyss Megalgalios. I can't say that name. He's good for using the Megalos and Abyss lead. And then Abyss Strike is mainly just for Bahamut Shark. Leviathan, pretty basic. Photon Palo Operative, Papillo Operative, yeah, him. Roach and Zenmains. I'm probably going to take out Roach because I hardly use Roach. That's just me. I don't really use Roach that much. I might throw, I don't know what else I'll throw in, but something that would help me more. Yeah. So that's it on the deck. If you guys have any sort of suggestions or questions, make sure to write them in the box below, in the comment section. And yeah, that's pretty much it. This is Ninja Man signing off.